Hello, welcome to the Executive Bite. My name is Kyle Rowland. Today we're going to be talking about the whole widget principle. So I'm a pretty big fan of Apple gear. I love my iPhone. I just adore my iPad. It's such a useful tool, and I've been using Apple computers for quite a while. I really think that they do something extra special, and one of the things that I think this is connected to is the whole widget principle. Now, this principle was expounded upon in the bio of Steve Jobs that was done by Isaacson, which is a great read. I highly recommend it. There's a lot of real good wisdom to pull out of it, and this idea of the whole widget is a key point. Basically, it's the idea that when you're delivering something valuable to a customer, when you're creating something that goes into the hands of the customer, really being specific about the whole thing, having control of the whole thing is important. And there's a lot of subtle value that gets added to that when you do things that way. Steve Jobs took that to a bit of an extreme. There's a story in the book about how he basically got very, he had left Apple and gone to Next to build their computers, their software. And one of the things that he did that was fascinating was that he got really precious about the color of the walls in the facility that was building the systems. Now, this is definitely a whole widget thinking, as it were, taken to a certain extreme. Now, you don't have to take it to the extreme to really get a lot of good value out of this. Apple, for example, builds an OS that's custom for their hardware, which is one of the big reasons that their experience is such a smooth, integrated thing. And when we build our software, when we're developing the tools and other systems that we're putting in the hands of our customers, it's really important for us to remember that thinking about the whole widget and being specific about even things that seem like general libraries or general capabilities, that they're tuned and written specifically for our use case. Sometimes it's possible to take an off-the-shelf thing, but I would argue that that's probably a smaller exception to the general rule, which is most of what you build to create value for your customer should in fact be really customized to use cases that they're looking for. So in terms of adding value and really serving the people that you serve, your customer base, really consider, are you taking a whole widget perspective at it? Now, again, there's grades on this, there's extremes. Keeping some sanity around it is important, but considering the whole widget and how specific the tools and the platforms and the things that you build are to your use cases, to the use cases you're delivering, will help you to ultimately add more value. So thank you for joining us again for another session of the Executive Bite. My name is Kyle Rowland. Have a good day.